Hey guys, so I definitely have had one heck of a day today. So I've had a request to feed baby Kingston, or I think they just said feed Silicone baby. I can't remember. But I'm going to feed Kingston. As I tell you guys about my day. Now, first off, I had really good news today. And I'm sorry I didn't use his nipple that pops right in, so I have to help him. So, yeah. He doesn't know how to latch on yet. There we go. Here we go. He shall do the nipple. So, so first of all, I had good news today, right? At first, and I was so excited about it, right? So, I got the good news, and then I went to lunch, and then I was getting out of my car, and my car was getting junky, so I had like an extra cup in there of water that I don't know, that was in there the day before, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to take this cup of water and the rest of this stuff, and I'm going to throw it in the trash on my way back into my office. So as I'm doing that, I accidentally tear the bag that I've dropped, like the cup and everything in there. And then the waterways. And the waterways where? All over my lap, down between my legs. I know that sounds horrible. But that's where it goes. So guess what? I got on these little tight fitted jeans, and I get out. So I got to get out the car because I got to go back to work. My back area, one of my buttocks, and in between my legs is soaking wet from the water. So now I got to walk in this corporate office that probably about 1,000 people in there, and I got a wet spot. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so awful. So I'm talking to my friend, and she's like, well, go in your bathroom, and I have to watch him because he'll keep drinking. So I go in the bathroom, and she's like, well, she said, go in the bathroom and use the blower and stand in front of it to, like the hand dryer thing, and it let it dry your pants and stuff. So we were laughing about that, but I thought when I went back to my desk and as soon as I walked in, this guy looked straight at me, like, below the waist, and I'm like, what is he looking at? And I feel like, oh gosh, I got this wet spot. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and see if that actually will work. So I go in the bathroom, there's nobody in there. So I got the blower going. So I'm standing my little dumb butt in front of the blower. Like, I wash my hands and everything because I did use the bathroom. I'm washing my hands. So, of course, I'm playing it off by, drying my hands. But at the same time, I'm trying to, like, scoot up to the blower, right? So I'm up there to the blower. And so I'm like, it's actually working, right? Well, just my luck. The VP walks in, and she's looking at me like, what the heck are you doing, kid? So, I giggled and I said, oh my gosh. I said, I know looks so crazy. I said, and then I explained the story to her, and she started laughing. Luckily, she was not one of the snobby ones or whatever. And she was like, oh, but you can't hardly see it because, it's black and stuff. So I was like, okay. I don't know if she just told me that to make me feel better or what, but I did feel, kind of better. And I just went on and, so I just went on and, went back, and it eventually dried. Okay, moving right along. So got past that. Then I goes to Walmart, and I'm like shopping. I know this is not doll related, but so anyway, I go to Walmart, and I'm like getting ready to go across, and this guy, he's in this little, like the little riding thing, wheelchair type thing, the motor thing, scooter. And so he's like, oh no, you go ahead, you go ahead by me. And I said, okay, I'm sorry, excuse me. And he goes, no, I thank you. You're a beautiful lady. You're so beautiful. And I said, okay, thank you. So, of course, you feel awkward when strangers, keep going on about you're beautiful. Well, I do. So, anyway, so I noticed he was going in, I seen a line that was really short. Next thing I know, here comes this guy. He's still behind me. And he was in front of me. So he said, no, you go ahead. And he didn't have, like, it looked like, I realized, I thought he only had one thing. I said, you just have one thing. And I had a basket full of stuff. And he was like, no. He was like, you can go ahead. And he was like, and so I was like, okay, this is going to be awkward. Because he kept telling me how beautiful I was. So I was like, dang, I don't want to stand in line with him and, have, more conversation with him. So, anyway, I'm not going to even say some of the other stuff. But so he let me go ahead of him. And then I realized that the stuff that was in his basket, it was already in a bag. So, in a Walmart bag. So I was like, okay, so he was in the line behind me. And go figure, he's like, I started putting the stuff up there and I had some TV dinners up there. And he's like, no. So I go to putting the stuff. All right, Kingston, that's enough. So I go to putting, shh. So, no, go back. So I go to putting the stuff, up on the counter, and he's like, yeah, those are really bad for you. Those TV dinners are really bad for you they're really bad for you to get. And so I'm like, yeah, I know. They have a lot of sodium in them and da. He's like, yeah, and they got this other stuff in there. And he's like, I've been natural for, I forget how many years or whatever. And so I'm like, yeah, I know that's healthy and all that stuff. So he started he started analyzing everything that I put up on the counter of my food. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So anyway, he ended up, then I got to the end of the stuff and I'm like, okay, well, he's went through everything that I got. So I'm like, okay, well, we're done here. No, he didn't stop there. I put the plastic cups up there and he said, plastic is the reason for cancer and la la la. And I was just like, you got to be freaking kidding me. And then he follows. So then I ring up my stuff and say, okay, well, thanks for the information. Have a nice day. And I'm walking off. No, he just rides right on behind me. He did not even have nothing to ring up. He just was in the line with me just for the heck. Oh my gosh. It was so crazy. Like, I don't know. I just had to get that out my system. It was just the weirdest day. And, yeah, it was just really weird. So he says to me on the way out, he said, I don't know you. I don't know your name or anything. I just know that it was a reason for me to talk to you and tell you these things, and that all I ask is that you pass the word along and all this about, the eating healthy and all this great stuff in the plastic, that plastic causes cancer, and that is, he told me to go on the internet and look it up and all. I was just like, oh my gosh. So today has just been really crazy for me, and I don't know why I felt compelled to share the story with you guys. And you guys probably like, what the heck? She just go through her whole day, but my whole day just was crazy. And then something else happened. Oh, I wanted to show you guys these. I did find the cutest pacifiers ever. I like the shape of them. Look at this. Look at that. And they're A-vent, but, and then it's got, okay, so that one got the crown, the king crown, and this one got a hair bow for the girl, but it's 0 to 2 month size. That is pretty cool. I love when I can get them really small, but Look at the nipple. I've had smaller nipples on even bigger pacifiers. I guess they are small, but they're long. But the good thing about it is that they're flat. So if you got a baby that does modified, you could actually clip it, and they could take the modified. They could take it as a modified passing. So I'm gonna see what it looks like on the king himself. Good thing is they're straight, so I probably should have put you some powder on here, but it looks like you got it, boy. Looks like you got it. Oh yeah, yeah, I look okay with it. I look okay with this passing. Let me show your aunties. There we go. So yeah. So today has been really crazy, and then I was giggling about my day, and I thought, oh, that's so funny, blah 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 blah. And then of course I came and popped on Facebook, and I saw the news about Laura, little ex loves, and definitely my condolences to her family. And I'm just like still in awe. I was just like really taken back when I seen it. Like, it's very unexpected. And that's the thing about, I know we're only online, but when you watch people and, listen to them talk, and, it's like you connect with them without even really knowing them. And it's like we got one underground family or community, and, she did, a lot for the community, and she did a lot for me. And I say that, like, I mean, not like literally, but the fact that she made you feel encouraged to do videos. She gave tips on how to, do videos and increase your views. And she but mainly one of the major things that I learned from her is how to reweight my babies. And from that point on, from watching her videos step by step, I had it like planned, and weighting my first baby, I have learned. I mean, I was afraid to do it, and because of her videos I did it. And she did the step by step, and I've been weighting babies ever since. And it's like, that was so major to me, because that take away the enjoyment of my reborns for me if they're not weighted properly. And so that video just really did. And I know it sounds small, but it's just a lot of stuff I've learned. Like, look, I didn't watch her channel all the time, but when I did watch it, I always could walk away and take something from it. And she was really good at editing and role play, and I know she had, I think, the baby Colin, and it's just, I mean, it just seems surreal. It just, I mean, wow. So I know the community is really sad, and I almost didn't want to get on here and tell that little long story, because when I saw that, it kind of just, I'm not gonna lie, I paused on my stairwell for about 5 or 10 minutes and just couldn't really even move, because I'm sitting there thinking, like, I kept reading through Facebook and hoping that somebody would say, oh no, we got it wrong, she's still alive, but maybe she was in the hospital or something. But everybody's saying that it's really, really true. I mean, it's really, really true. So, and then I didn't watch her. I watched her video when she had her goals, but I didn't watch the last video. And I was saying I started to watch it, which I am going to go back and watch it, but they said that she was talking about people leaving the rude comments and stuff, and how it affected her, and how she didn't really want to do videos after that and stuff. That's just, gosh, it's pretty awful. So, anyway, guys, move, little girl, move, little girl, move, little girl. Alright, guys, let me... The end.